Welcome to Shine Movement Space. Today's mat class uses a Pilates ring to activate the entire core. We will start warming up the spine and abdominals and then move through some inner thigh, glute, and deep abdominal exercises. The ring will help us to keep our core and pelvic floor activated. If you like this routine, please be sure to subscribe and save for complimentary videos using the Pilates ring that will be linked in the description as they're released. Now find yourself some space where you can be calm and focused, and let's get moving and shine together. Hello friend, we are using the Pilates ring today, and we will start with our feet outstretched. I want you to take the ring, you'll lay it relatively flat towards the ground, and you're going to put it in between the soles of your feet, kind of right at the arches. So if you can see that, that's the position to start. Spine is nice and tall, arms reach in line with our ears. We feel our length in opposite directions. So sitting bones are grounding into the mat and spine is reaching tall. Our rib cage is closed in the front. We find a spinal twist. So we rotate towards one side with our shoulders and back center. And the other way, rotating and back center. As you rotate, think nice and tall, like you're lengthening, wringing out your spine in opposite directions. Sitting bones reaching down to the mat and crown of the head reaching nice and tall. And let's do one more like that, each side. Nice and tall. On the next one, we rotate. We fold forward, curling our abdominals backwards. We bring it back up and rotate center. So we think long, we rotate. We fold, curling our abdominals backwards towards our spine. We stack up tall, and then we rotate back to center. So we twist, we fold, back arm reaches long behind you. We bring that back up, and then we rotate back to center. Twisting, curling, and come back up and rotate center. Thinking long. We curl our abdominals backwards. We bring it up and bring it center. One more, rotate and length, curl forward, bring it up, back to center. Very nice. Bring your arms in front of your chest now. We're rolling back off our sitting bones by engaging our lower abs. We bring our arms in line with our ears. We bring them back to our chest level and curl on up. So we exhale, lower abs, draw in and up. We bring our arms in line with our ears. We bring them forward and we curl them back up. You have a little bit of an inner press on that ring, so engaging those adductor muscles, really helping to engage the pelvic floor as well during this exercise. Exhale. Abdominals draw in and up. Arm in line with your ears. We bring them back. We come on up, warming up those abdominals. Exhale, curling on back, feet pressing into that ring. And bring it forward. And we exhale, scoop and curl. Arms in line with ears. And forward and up. One more like that. Exhale. Scooping, hollowing out your abdominals. Arms in line with ears, and forward, and up. This time we're rolling to the mat, knees bend in as we do it. And inhale, nice and tall. Exhale, curl all the way down to the mat, one vertebrae at a time, bending those knees in. From here, we feel our tailbone into the mat. Knees are at a 90-degree angle here. We straighten our legs towards the ceiling and bend. We straighten and bend, lengthening behind your knees and bend them in. up, and bend. We have a little inward press on that ring, but it's not a squeeze, not yet. Abdominals draw towards our spine and then down towards the mat. And we're feeling our rib cage connected towards the top of our hips. Good. On the next bend, add a little head, neck, and shoulder lift. Arms reach forward. And then we bend down. Exhale. Reach and curl. And lower down. Exhale. And lower. Fingertips reach forward. Little inward press on that ring. But we're not straining our legs at this moment. Scooping our abdominals. Activating them. Getting in touch with the muscles that support our spine, that support our body throughout the day. Good, one more. And leave your legs extended towards the ceiling. Now I want you to think of rocking your back of your pelvis closer to your rib cage. We exhale, engage those muscles, and back of pelvis tips up. Lower abdominals, lift your pelvis slightly off the mat. We want to be careful that it doesn't become all momentum here. So lower abdominals engage first, and then we think of shortening the length between abdominals and rib cage to lift that pelvis off the mat. Instead of your legs initiating the movement, try to think of your lower abs moving your pelvis. And one more like that. Now we combine. We bend and stretch and lift and lower. We bend, stretch, lift, and lower. Find a rhythm that works for you with control. Let's do two more like this. Good, bend your knees, grab that ring, put it right between your thighs now, a little higher up on your legs, and then lower your legs to the mat. From here, grounding your pelvis in the mat, feet are flat on the mat as well. We squeeze that ring inwards. Exhale and release. Exhale and release. Exhale and release. Check your rib cage. Exhale. Draw your rib cage down and in. And release. And squeeze. And release. Exhale. You can take a moment here, close your eyes, feel your body, feel your spine neutral into the mat right now. Feel your pelvis flat. Find your own rhythm. Wherever you're at, let's do 2 more like that. And last one. Very nice. From here, we lift, pressing into our heels up into a shoulder bridge and lower down. So glutes are lifting our pelvis straight up towards the ceiling and lowering down. We keep a little squeeze inward on that ring, keeping those inner thighs engaged. We lift and lower and lift and lower, pressing down through your heels as your bum lifts and lower. Exhale and lower, checking to make sure your hips are nice and even. And if you'd like, you can add arms over chest. Takes away a little of the stability. Or you can add arms in line with ears, making sure that rib cage stays closed and connected towards the top of your pelvis. Wherever you're at, we have 4 more. And last one. Very nice. Grab that ring. Give your legs a little shake side to side. And then we are going to put one foot into that ring, onto that handle, or that pad. We are lengthening our leg towards the ceiling. Let's stretch those hamstrings just a little bit. Lengthening, opposite leg reaches long on the mat, and then we bend it in. Lengthening and bending. Reaching and bending. And reach and bend. Let's do one more. Reach long, 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 and bend it in. Very nice. On this next one, we keep it reached, extended towards the ceiling. Opposite leg reaches long on the mat. We inhale. We exhale. Pressing into the padding on that ring, we start to curl up. Inhale. And exhale, nod your chin. Curling on up. Good, and then we inhale at the top and exhale, roll on back down. One vertebrae at a time, kind of a variation of the tree exercise if you've ever done it. Inhale, bending your knee, exhale, extend it long. Inhale, prepare, exhale, nod your chin, rolling up your spine. Whew. Nice and tall at the top. Inhale, exhale, curl on back down. One vertebrae at a time. Inhale, bend. Exhale, stretch it long. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, scoop your abdominals backwards. Nod your chin, rolling on up. Inhale at the top, exhale. Roll back down. Let's do one more. Inhale to bend. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, nod your chin. Scoop on up. Very nice. Stay here. Bend your knee. We're going to put that ring underneath that top ankle here. So ring goes under the ankle. Leg is trying to stay long. We'll adjust when we get there. We bend the opposite knee and roll on back down to the mat. So one knee is bent, one leg is long. Pelvis is grounded in the mat. We press that ring down with the back of our leg and up. Flex your foot here. Finding your hamstring and release. Exhale, press and release. Check with your rib cage. Are you feeling a neutral spine? Exhale and release. Exhale, press. Release. And release. Find your rhythm. Making sure you're not pressing so hard that your glute starts lifting off of the mat. Nice and grounded. Tailbone grounded. Let's do 2 more. And 1 more. Keeping a little mini press on that ring, we lift back up into a shoulder bridge and lower our bum. We lift it up and lower down. Single leg shoulder bridge here. Exhale, pressing into that bottom heel and lower. Trying to keep both hips like they're headlights pointed towards the ceiling. Making sure they don't fall or dip just because they're only using one leg. Exhale. Inhale. Let's do 3 more. 2 more. And last one. Very nice. Keep a little mini press on that ring. We engage our lower abs to lift that opposite knee to 90 degrees. Arms come behind our head. We find some oblique curls. We inhale here. Exhale. Reach opposite elbow towards that knee and lower down. Exhale, curl. And lower. Maintaining the stability on that ring is the tricky part. So it really kind of forces you to curl and scoop with your torso and abs, not letting your hips shift with this, because then that ring will move, right? All right, exhale. And inhale. Exhale. And lower. We have 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. And last one. Very nice. Lower your neck down. Extend that leg that's bent into that ring and grab it. However that looks for you. And we are going to do the other side now. So opposite leg goes into that pad of the ring. We extend the other leg nice and long. We bend that ring leg and then we stretch it, working that opposite hamstring, bend it in, getting it ready for that tree / roll up variation. Feel that opposite leg long and grounded into the mat. And lengthening through that hamstring here that we just worked in that single leg shoulder bridge. 1 more. Leave it extended. We inhale, prepare. Exhale. Scoop on up to that tree. Very nice. Inhale at the top. Exhale. Abdominal scoop, scoop, scoop as we lower down. Inhale to bend. Once you're down there, exhale. Straighten. Inhale, prepare. Exhale. Nod your chin, scoop your abdominals, press into that ring and roll on up. Heart and chest are open at the top. Shoulders rolled down and back. Inhale. Exhale. Scoop and find your way back down to the mat. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, scoop and curl on up. And thinking of your abdominals drawing towards the spine. Inhale, exhale, lengthen down. Thinking that someone is holding those toes on the bottom foot. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, chin nods first. We roll on up to the top. Inhale here. Last one. Exhale, pretend someone's holding your bottom ankle. Resisting, feeling that scoop, 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 scoop as you set your spine on the mat. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, prepare. Exhale. Last one. We put that ring underneath our top ankle. Readjust if you need to. I'm wiggling around here. We bend the back leg now and we roll on down to the mat. So top leg is on the ring. We flex our bottom foot. Back knee is bent, heel towards the glute. We press down through that ring and release. Press downwards into that ring and release. Exhale. As you press that ring down, think of your abdominals engaging and flattening towards your spine. Exhale. Inhale. Find your own rhythm and breath here. Making sure that you exhale as you press into the ring with the back of your leg. Exhale. And inhale. Feeling that groundedness through your pelvis. Feel your stability here. Exhale. And then wherever you're at, let's find 4 more of those presses with the back of your legs. Exhale. And release. And last one. We exhale, we press into our opposite heel, this time lifting our hips, finding that single leg shoulder bridge and lowering down. Finding the calm into that foot with the ring. Exhale, press. Lifting your hips, lowering down. Exhale, press and lift. Trying to keep that bottom leg long and still. Pressing through that heel of your bent knee to lift your glutes. Trying to keep the hips nice and even, feeling like you have 2 strings pulling your hips up towards the ceiling. Exhale. And inhale. Exhale. Let's do 3 more. 2 more. Last one. Very nice. Ground your pelvis into the mat. Engage your lower abs. lift that knee to 90. Oh, arms come behind the head to support the neck. Exhale to find an oblique twist here. And lower. Exhale. Reaching that armpit and elbow of the opposite shoulder towards the knee. Exhale. And inhale. How are you doing? Feeling nice and stable through that bottom leg. Find your inner calm and groundedness and your inner strength. Whew. And wherever you're at, let's find 4 more like this. Deepening that oblique twist and curl as much as your body will allow. And last one, lower down. This time we'll find the floor with that leg, extend it nice and long. Arms circle around towards your hips, nod your chin, and roll up. Very nice. Grab that ring. Knees are bent. Let's do one last abdominal challenge here. Something fun. We let our feet come through that ring now. We're exhaling. We roll down, finding a curve, bringing our knees with us just to our shoulder blades here. We're in a ball here. Scooping your abdominals. We bring our legs out, reach that ring overhead. We bend them in and come back through. We bring our knees in and reach our legs long. Bring them in and back through. Staying nice and scooped through our abdominals and up. And through. Let's do 2 more. One more. Let's do half of one now. Legs extended, bring them towards the ceiling. Oblique curls, couple more. Exhaling, reaching towards the sides of those legs. We're almost there. Exhale. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend your knees, lower with control. Rock yourself side to side. Release your neck. If it held any tension there, put your feet on the ground. Sway your knees side to side. Releasing your quad and hip flexors a little bit. Very nice. I hope you found your inner stability with that one. And then when you're ready, roll towards the side. Use that ring. Let it help you press yourself up. And then let's find a comfortable seated position here. Inhale, arms drawn up. Scoop in that good energy. Exhale, close your eyes, let your hands find your heart. Inhale, sitting nice and tall. Exhale, feel your heart beating underneath your fingertips. Feel your aliveness of your body. Thank your body for finding that inner stability. Inhale. On the next exhale, let your arms float open. Let your shoulders draw up, down, and back. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed moving with me with this ring today, and I hope you have a great rest of your day and continue to shine. Bye. Sincere thanks to you, my friend, for being an important part of the beginning of this channel. Every view, thumbs up, subscribe, and encouraging comment increases connection and really does help this space to grow. Please consider following if you haven't already. I appreciate your support and I hope you'll join me again.